District Attorney Fani Willis of Fulton County is back in the headlines. Not because she's landing some bombshell indictment. No, this time it's because she's getting dragged for stonewalling, violating open records law, defying subpoenas, and now possibly facing jail time. Welcome to Nellie Miranda. Before we get into this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update.
Well, we are following some breaking news tonight at 6 as a judge has now ordered Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to pay more than $54,000 for violating the Open Records Act.
For those of you who might have missed the first act of this political drama, here's a quick backstory. Fani Willis made national headlines in 2023 when she launched a sweeping criminal indictment against President Donald Trump and 18 others, accusing them of election interference in Georgia. What's really got people's attention wasn't the charges. It was the fact that Willis hired a special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, who just happened to be her romantic partner. While overseeing one of the most politically charged prosecutions in the country, she was dating the guy leading the case. And here's where it gets good. She paid him hundreds of thousands in taxpayer money, and he used that money to take her on luxury vacations. That's not just a bad look. That's abuse of power. That's feeling like you're invincible. The Georgia State Senate, specifically a Republican-led committee, has been trying to investigate Fani Willis for months. They've issued subpoenas, sent requests, and even got a judge to affirm their legal authority to compel her to testify. And what did Fani Willis do? She just ignored it.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis did not show up to a state Senate committee hearing. They're investigating her office's finances and Willis's relationship with a top prosecutor on the election indictment. Atlanta News First political reporter Doug Reardon was at that hearing at the state capitol. Now, Doug, what happened when the time came for Willis to testify?
So they called her name, told the audience that she was here to testify. They couldn't find her. They even sent a doorman out into the hallway to make sure she wasn't out there, but Willis never showed up. In fact, her office said she wasn't even in town today. And after that, the GOP majority committee got up and left without taking our questions. And that kind of is a shame because this is very uncharted waters here in Georgia. No one has ever defied a state Senate committee subpoena before. So as for what happens next, that is a little unclear.
She claimed the Senate committee doesn't have jurisdiction. Then she skipped a scheduled hearing in April. And where was she? Holding a re-election fundraiser in Washington, D.C. and allegedly meeting with the Biden White House. Let that sink in for a moment. Before charges were even filed against Trump, there's documented proof that Willis's special prosecutor, Nathan Wade, billed the county for time spent at the White House. Why is a county-level assistant DA meeting with federal officials about a state case? The answer, we don't know. And that's why Georgia lawmakers are demanding answers. So what happens when someone in power just refuses to show up? The Georgia State Senate said, fine, we'll write a whole new law just for you. And that's exactly what they did. Senate Bill 255 was signed into law by Governor Brian Kemp. It clarifies and strengthens the legislature's power to issue subpoenas and compels people like Fani Willis to testify. So no more legal limbo, no more excuses. If you get a subpoena, then you need to show up. So fast forward to now. Fani's in trouble again. A Fulton County judge just ruled that she violated Georgia's Open Records Act. So get this. Judge Rachel Krause just ruled that Fani Willis's office straight up acted in bad faith by dodging public records requests from Ashley Merchant.
Well, we are following some breaking news tonight at 6 as a judge has now ordered Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to pay more than $54,000 for violating the Open Records Act. Zach Merchant with our 11 Alive political team broke the story. And Zach, you just got a copy of that court order. What have you learned here?
We did. We just got a hold of this Fulton County Superior Court order just in the last roughly 15 to 20 minutes. In it, Judge Rachel Krause rules that DA Fani Willis violated the State Open Records Act by failing to turn over documents requested by defense attorney Ashley Merchant. The judge wrote that the defendants, the Fulton County DA's office, were openly hostile to Merchant and failed to handle her requests in good faith. Merchant had sought a copy of confidentiality agreements signed by DA's office employees, as well as a list of attorneys hired by DA Willis. Judge Krause today gave the district attorney 30 days to pay Merchant $54,000 in attorney's fees and to turn over those requested files. Spokespeople for the DA's office did not immediately return requests for comment.
And yep, That's the same attorney who blew the lid off the whole Willis and Nathan Wade relationship. Now Willis has to cough up over $54,000 in legal fees and finally hand over those documents. You know, just basic stuff like staff lists and confidentiality agreements that she should have released from the start. But instead of complying, the Fulton DA's office played the delay game, and they ultimately lost. So where's the media in all of this? Silent, church house, quiet as a mouse. The same outlets that blasted wall-to-wall coverage of Fani Willis when she indicted Trump are now silent. Why? Because the narrative's crumbling. Remember their motto, no one is above the law.
Tonight, they delivered a strong and a powerful message. They want a district attorney that believes everyone deserves to be safe and everyone is entitled to some dignity. And it's a message that's pissing folks off, but there is no one above the law in this country, nor is there anyone beneath it.
Except Fani Willis and apparently Letitia James. Funny how no one is above the law turns into this is the political witch hunt when the spotlight turns on them. But here's the truth. These prosecutors weaponize the justice system to take down their political enemies, and now the very same system is turning on them. So Fani is out of the Trump case. She's lost major credibility. She's been fined for violating the law. She's under subpoena from the Georgia Senate. And now there's actual legislation forcing her to cooperate. If she keeps stonewalling, they may hold her in contempt. And yes, that means jail time is on the table. The courts have ruled it. The law is clear. There's nowhere left to run, so Fani Willis will have to testify. Do you think Fani Willis should face jail time if she keeps defying subpoenas? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if honest commentary brings you value, please be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.